Okay, hi everybody. Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you the Logitech keyboard. How do we remove the Logitech Flip Folio for the iPad Pro 13 M4? Flip Folio is the new Logitech keyboard. I nearly destroyed my keyboard in removing my batteries. Okay, the first thing first is please don't use something that sharp. Okay, so this item here, don't use these items here, these screwdrivers, because initially the idea was that I didn't read the instructions clearly and nearly damaged the what I call the locking mechanism. So always go to the website for the Logitech, refer to the instructions here before you do anything, and the instructions here are actually quite clear. And I think the mistake I made was that I was thinking that it's supposed to be inserted in and poke out, so I made a mistake here. Okay, so the thing is that take note here is that use this what I call the SIM card injector tool. I think everyone would have a SIM card injector tool. So what you do is that you put the SIM card injector tool into the hole here and you shift out. Yeah, so the now you're looking at this keyboard. Okay, this keyboard itself. Okay, I'm facing it onto the keyboard is facing onto my direction right now. So over here you notice that there are basically two holes. Okay, there's the left side and the right side. So when you put in the SIM card injector into the hole, okay, into the opening itself, you're supposed to pull it. Okay, so basically inside here there are levers. So you pull the lever, this lever here to the right, and this lever here to the you pull in and you shift it to the left. A very minimal force needed. The mistake I made was that I was thinking that it was something where you press and you inject. So there's another Logitech model, there's something that you press in and you inject it. So this is a different design, and so the mistake I made was that always read the instructions clearer before you attempt anything, and use a SIM injector tool. Okay, so the first step that I had problems was the first step was the error was that I was trying to press in and thinking that it injects out. So I solved that. Okay, so I unlocked it. After I unlocked it, the second thing that you need to remove it, how do you remove this tray, is to face it downwards, face it towards you downwards here. Okay, basically you see over here itself, there's an area here, there's this area here. So you could use your fingernails. So how it would look like is that this thing will be actually inserted in this way, so there is no opening. You notice that there's no opening, anything is basically there's no opening. So you got to use your fingernails or something sharp to pry it out. Yeah, pry it out. And the SIM card injector tool plays a very useful role also, where I could let me see whether can I use the SIM card injector tool again. Okay, so I use my fingernails, I pry out the thing. Okay, then after that I use the SIM card, I insert in the SIM card injector tool into the opening, and I use it and force out the thing, push out the thing. But making sure that you earlier on you have actually disengaged the locking mechanism here. So this one goes to the right, this one goes to the left. Making sure that is done before you do this, because if you do this, if this is locked, you break it. So now using the SIM card injector tool, look for the gap here. So I pull out, use my fingernails, pull out a little bit. There's a gap over here. You can see there's this gap here. There you see there's a gap here. Okay, then you actually put in the SIM card injector tool and you pry out open. So now it's open. Then you actually can use your finger and pull out. If you attempt to use your fingernails, just be very careful you don't damage your nails, or your nails are too long and you may snap it. So but in that process of doing all this, I feel that I'm kind of like cosmetically damaging the cosmetic aspects of this part. But I think it's very seldom that we need to keep changing the battery. So total there's actually 4 lithium batteries here CR2016. So now I need to go and buy CR2016. Then if you are planning to travel with your keyboard, remember to bring the spare batteries, the 4 batteries, and a SIM card injector tool. I think many of us may not even carry a SIM card injector tool because these days many of the phones are actually on eSIM. But I still carry it in case I need it. I'm using eSIM also. Yeah, I think when it comes to a keyboard with batteries, I'm quite hesitant on it. Took me a while to decide whether should I buy this or not. I still like the keyboard with lithium batteries, rechargeable keyboard. But again, I think for the purpose of design, they had to put this keyboard as slim as possible. So it could be that's the reason why they use the four batteries itself. But so far, I think removing this was really delicate and really nearly damaged it. I think in that process, you can see here, I kind of like just now I was using the wrong tool and I kind of aesthetically damaged this part. Yeah, so I guess if I ever want to sell this keyboard, if people are quite fussy about it, they may not want to buy it secondhand because it's aesthetically a bit of dent. But anyway, it works. So I slot it back now. So now I slot it back, assuming I change the battery, I slot it back. Yeah, I lock it. So I must remember to lock back the mechanism. So I put in the slim card injector tool, I shift it inwards. Then the other side also, I shift it inwards. Then you hear a tuck sound. You hear a clicking sound. So you want to take open again, once again. Put in, shift right. Put in, shift outwards. Move it outwards. Move it outwards. Let me go. Put in. Outwards. Once you hear the click, making sure it's both click, then you put your fingernails in and try to attempt to pull out the tray. Hopefully, I don't see myself changing the batteries very often. Or else, maybe I may give up on this keyboard. But other than that, so far I'm typing on it in the first few hours. Seems good. Yeah, so let me lock it back again. Lock it back. Okay, I lock it back. Okay, yeah, hopefully this video would be useful for helping you in finding ways how to remove the keyboard batteries. Thank you.